What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're going to learn how to strip a truck. There's so many different ways, there's so many methods. Sodium bicarbonate, to paint strippers, to acetane, all kinds of different ways. But for the less fumes, because I do a lot of stuff with just a little vent fan, I like to use just regular old Easy Off. Heavy duty, and that's what I use. So what I do is I take the body, I get in here, and I'll show you with my hands. I can't do it here, but I will show you what I usually do. Inside there's usually rivets. I'll take my Dremel, let's see, and I'll take a fine grinding tip. You can use a drill bit if you want, but I find that these work a lot quicker. And then I'll just get in there and I'll grind those off just enough so the windshield pops out. So that's what you do. Take the body, get some Easy Off, throw it in a container, and then just spray the heck out of it in the container. Spray it until it's like all soaked. You don't have to cover it, you don't have to use the whole can, just enough so it's on there. Then take your cover, put it on the can, and then just wait good 24 hours. Just leave it there and let it just eat it away. Come back the next morning and we will be back in a minute. Alright guys, we're back. For demonstration purposes, I have a body that I cleaned up that I used before that I'm going to repurpose, because some of you might have painted a truck and you want to reuse that truck. So that's what I do a lot. When I get sick of a custom, I'll build a new one. So here's a body. It's been soaked for 24 hours in the Easy Off. I just took it out of the container. I washed it all off really good. And then I took my butter knife. You can see a few scratches I did. And I scraped most of the paint off the sides of it, off the hood. And I got it the best I can. Next thing I want to do is I want to get a little flathead screwdriver with a little sander on it. And I want to get myself some really decent sandpaper. Preferably not the cheap stuff you buy at the dollar store. You want to get some 3M, some heavy duty, probably 100. 100 grit is probably the best. It doesn't leave too many scratches and you can go in and polish it up after. So let's do that. I'll clean this truck up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I didn't clean it too well, but I got a general idea so you guys can see. See the scratches? What you want to do is make sure that you don't have too many scratches. What I did is I just went really fast, but if you take your time you can get a lot of these scratches out. But actually they don't matter too much if they're not really deep, because the paint will cover them and the primer will usually take care of them. So here's our body. What I usually do is I take a paint cap, I take myself just a nice screw, and then I'll take the paint. See, I could have cleaned this up underneath a little bit better. It's kind of rough. But this is just an example truck for you guys. So get yourself some white primer or black primer, preferably flat, and then just give it a spray. Not too much, just a light coat. Then I'll flip the body over. I'll stick it on my screw. Give it a little twist, gentle, so it sets right. And then we'll go through and we'll paint the rest of it. So hang in there and we'll keep painting. It's kind of hard to hold the camera, but you get the idea. Just a nice light dusting, nothing too bad. Get the sides pretty good. Turn it around. Get the other side. Hope I'm keeping it in camera here, okay. get the back, and there you go. You got a little bit of primer. But usually what I'll do is I'll get down low and I'll give it a little blast from underneath. You can see some of the stuff that I didn't take off, but we'll take that off right there on the back fender. That's because I didn't clean it really super. There's some on the window. See, that's the stuff that'll come off after the primer dries. So let's let this primer dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to put paint on it. It's pretty much the same process, but we're going to do a little special paint today. So I'll talk to you soon. And with the magic of video, I am back. So here's our body. It's about an hour, and it's pretty much dry. One step I didn't tell you, which is very important, before you spray the primer on, which I forgot because I was filming a video, is you want to take the body after you sand it and you get it all cleaned up and looking the best you can. Take some hot soapy water and wash it down. Take a rag or a paper towel, dry it off, and then hit it with a blow dryer. Blow dry the body to get all the water and moisture out of it. And it'll become really, really smooth on your hands. And you'll know when it's dry because you won't see any water. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. So first step, take the easy off. Put it in a container. Let it soak overnight. Sometimes you have to do that step twice. You'll get most of it off, and there'll be a little stubborn stuff stuck on there, maybe a few decals that didn't dissolve. So spray it again, wait another 24 hours. If you're in a big rush, go out, get the stinky old nasty paint stripper and, you know, the airplane stripper, all that stuff. But for that, I don't really care for it, and I have plenty of time. So let's move on to paint. Today I'm going to be using some Perfect Match. It's a GM color, and it's a green. It's got a little metal flake in it, but the truck's not going to be green. We're going to change it after. So let's apply this coat of paint. There's one side. Let's get the grill. Nice light sprays. Get the other side. Nice light sprays. Nothing heavy. You don't need a lot. Get the back. Get the roof a little better. And then usually I flip it over to get underneath. But I didn't do that because I am filming a video. So to get under there is going to be tricky. So let me move this truck on the corner here. And usually I'll flip it over and do the bottom like we did with the white. But you can see how I missed some of it under there. So let's just give it a little spray. We'll get it. Okay. And we'll get the other side. Sorry about my wall there. It's kind of nasty. This is an old house. This house was built in 1800. All right, so there we go. So sometimes you'll see, if you're a terrible painter, like I'm rushing, you'll see a bottom line there. So what you want to do is just get yourself a little paper towel, just a little tiny, where's my camera? Just a little tiny piece like that, and just put it on the bottom of the truck. Right on the bottom sill, and give it a wipe. And that usually will take care of the drip. It takes a little time, and it's really hard to do this on camera. So let's just touch that up. Okay. Make sure we got a decent coat of paint on here. Let's see if we got the shine. The shine is what shows you. Yeah, we got a nice shine. A little light on the hood there. But that's okay, because we're going to be doing a different coat right over this in just a minute. And I'll show you. So let's hit that hood, make it a little evener. Okay, there we go. She's looking pretty good. So now the next one we're going to use is, I will be right back because I have to get it. Sorry about losing the focus. I'm looking for stuff. But there's our body in the green, and I'll be right back. I'm going to get the next color, and I'll show you how this works. Alright, I'm back. Okay, this body's like, it's been about 10 minutes. The body's just kind of tacky. It's not fully dry yet. But what I usually do is I get VHT high temperature, you know, whatever, you can read it. And this is a red. It comes in a bunch of different colors. It's actually a clear coat. So what I do is I'll take this, and because I want the metal flake to shine through, but I want this truck a dark color, I'll take and I'll spray it with this. So let's do that. Just a ever so light coat. Not much, because this is clear coat and it will run really bad. Just light coats. Just keep turning it as you go. Light coats. And you can get this in all different colors. And there we go. So it becomes kind of looking like a black, but it's actually a red. But if you put it in the light, let me see if I can get this in the light for you. You can see how it's more red. You can see the green coming through a little bit on the hood, so it'll need a second coat. But there we go. And now we'll let this dry up for, oh God, let's see. Probably good overnight works pretty well. And then we'll hit it with the second coat. We'll get the undercarriage and we'll bring it all together. So until then, talk to you later. Alright, I'm back again. This is kind of taking a long video, huh? It only takes a little bit on watching. But so here's our truck. I'll try to get this, kind of give you an idea what it looks like. It's hard to focus it on camera. But there we go. It's got the metal flake, which you can't really see with this light, but it gives you kind of an idea of what it looks like. So there we go. Our next phase will be to, I guess, apply decals to this body. And then after that, I'll show you how to detail up the frames. So till then, you guys have a Merry Christmas, because we're getting close to that. And we'll take it from there. Boy, am I terrible at making videos. Peace out.